All right, I've been grading the six packs and I've noticed a weakness in our computation with fractions, specifically with adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, finding common denominator. So I'm going to go through that process. Okay, we're going to do some review lessons this week and I'm going to review some of the fraction stuff that we seem to be forgetting about. All right, so meet me at the table. All right, so here we are. This is the kind of problem I'm talking about. 2/3 plus 1/5. You'll notice I'm using a thick black marker. I'm learning here. I want you guys to be able to see as well as you can. So 2/3 plus 1/5. And the first time I give this problem, everyone thinks they're so smart and they say bada bing, bada boom, 3/8. Done and done, right? Pat yourself on the back. Not 3/8. Okay? A lot of reasons why this cannot be true. 2/3 is more than 3/8. How can you add something to 2/3 and get an answer that's less than what you started with? Okay, this does not work. So this should be review. I'm only going to do one example of this. So one thing we did in class was to rewrite this vertically. This helps us do our common denominator. 2/3 plus 1/5 this way. Okay, giving myself space to the right. Because I need to convert these thirds and fifths into something that is the same. Okay, a common denominator. So we got to think of all the denominators we can turn a 3 into. And remember when we were doing this, we would put LCD for 3, and we would skip count. I could turn thirds into 6, we could do ninths, we could do 12ths, we could do 15ths, we could do 18ths, and more. Hopefully that's enough. Now for fifths, I can make my fifths into tenths, I can make them into 15ths, I can make them into 20ths, 25ths. And what I'm looking for is something in these two rows that is common. Who sees it? Not shouting out. Raise your hand. I know this is a video, but I still want you to raise your hand. Okay, you. Aha, 15. Here and here. We can turn them both into 15ths. It wouldn't help me to turn my thirds into ninths and my fifths into tenths, because those are still different. It's got to be the same. So I'm going to leave myself room. This is going to turn into 15 by a certain operation here. This is going to turn into 15ths by a certain operation here. So what do I need to multiply my 3 by to make 15? By 5. So if I multiply the denominator by 5, I have to do the same to the numerator. 2 times 5 is 10. So 2/3 is 10/15. This is 2 5s and 3 5s. 2/3. And since we multiplied by 5 over 5, what does 5 over 5 equal to? 5 over 5 equals 1 whole. 1. If you have 5/5, fifths are a little more difficult to draw. Let me try. Not bad for an old man. If we have all 5/5, we have 1 whole. So when we multiply anything by 1, it stays the same. 2/3 equals 10/15. 1/5, multiply 5 times 3, so multiply 1 times 3. So 1/5 is equal to 3/15. Now I can add. Now I have 10/15 plus 3/15. I'm adding the same things. I'm adding 15ths. 10/15 plus 3/15 equals 13. What? Do I add 15 and 15 and get 30? I hope you did not say yes. Because one thing we remember when we add fractions is the denominator stays the same. If I add 10 of these, 10/15, to 3 of these, 3/15, I have 13 of these. I have 13/15. All right? So there is adding fractions with unlike denominators. So I want you to try the problems that I gave you on the template, and I want you to try to send me your work. All right? And there's 2 ways you can do that. If you're on your phone, take a snapshot and upload it when you click Add Response. If you're on your computer, and some of you have done this, when you click Add Response, it asks you if you want to take a picture. And then you got to kind of hold up your paper in front of the camera, and try to make sure there's good light. Some of you will send me a picture in the dark. Very hard to see. Make sure there's some good light and just try to make sure that I can see it. I have a very good expand method on my computer screen where I pull my fingers apart and it'll blow it up and I can see things pretty well. So any way you send me the work, I can usually make it out. Give this a try. I gotta make sure I don't send you to 6th grade not knowing how to add fractions with unlike denominators. All right, good to see you. Bye.